Okay, so we here. I first wanted to start with a little grounding. First and foremost. This made me feel like this is the first time you've ever done this. So grounding. First, I have to ask you: do you know what box breathing is?
No.
No, what box breathing is. Okay, so box breathing is a practice. It's a lot like meditation, in which you breathe in 4 beats. You hold that breath. Hold that breath inside for another 4 beats. Breathe out for 4 beats. Hold that exhale 4 beats, and you do a cycle. So I have planned this out in a way which there's some affirmations linked in there, just so we can practice mindfulness and awareness, things of that nature.
That is helpful.
So you just come with me on this journey. So first, we're gonna exhale everything. Breathe in. We're gonna breathe in abundance, knowing everything we work for, we deserve. Hold that breath. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Self-doubt. Exhale all self-doubt. Hold that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm worthy of respect and kindness. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm allowed to say no. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it. My contributions to the world are valued. My contributions to the world are valuable. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am present in the moment. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can get through this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
That was helpful.
Thank you so much.
That was so helpful because my nervous system is so easily frazzled sometimes.
I really want to engage in mindfulness. Anytime I'm going through things like this, I feel like it's easy to go on the spot. It's like so easy to get to that flow, but getting all that out of us is very important. I also wanted to begin this with a simple practice. We like to flow in conversation, but I feel as though keeping this in mind, this beginning statement in mind, will help us throughout. So let's put ourselves in a scenario here in this short, maybe hour-long conversation that we're going to be having. In the sense of within this hour-long conversation, we want to know each other as much as we possibly can. Obviously, keeping our boundaries in mind. Just with that in mind, doing our best to get to know one another. You are the artist, so it's a little bit easy for me to get into this practice while I'm focusing on you, but I want you to know me as well as I'm getting to know you. Going down. First and foremost, I want you to introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and why you do it.
Okay. Should I face you or look at the camera?
You can face the camera, wherever it feels natural.
Okay. Okay, my name is Jahde Quartz, and I basically just write songs about the human experience. So I don't really have like a niche yet per se. So I have some songs that are like angry and shadow esque, and some songs that are like more light and more about the positive side of being alive. And why I do this is, to express myself for sure. It's a form of alchemy to convey all your feelings, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, and also to help people who may, be like, am I the only one who goes through this? Oh, I'm so crazy. And I'll be like, no, it's chill, bro. It's chill, bro. It's chill. Like, you know what I mean? I used to be way crazier, and now I'm like less crazy. So yay.
Wholeheartedly. I really want to know alchemizing is what has been going on in a lot of conversations that we've been having. Just for the people who don't know what that means, can you let me know?
My definition of alchemy is turning like, pain into power or to gold, Any painful experience I've ever had does not I don't fold. Like it makes me stronger. It makes me better. It makes me wiser. It makes me more equipped to handle it in the future. I refuse to I have my moments of course where everything feels but you always remember your connection to source and you remember who you are outside of your neurotic mind and your thoughts that race.
I feel that wholeheartedly. Being a neurodivergent artist, this is like something that drew me to you like immediately, wholeheartedly. And I personally, it's easy for like I remember when I was a kid. Also, I did want to talk to you about this as well. So, my family's from Detroit. We come from Detroit, Southwest, to be specific. I came out here when I was pretty young. One of the first schools I went to when I was out here was Rossonville in Ipsy. Amazing school. I vividly remember having thoughts, just race in my mind, and just feeling like there's people around me. Like I don't know. I feel like it's like that you talk about the dichotomy of man all the time. I just feel like there's two people like just arguing often, and like I was the kid who'd be like tell everybody to shut up when no one's talking.
No, literally, like no, I relate so hard. Sometimes when I'm alone, I'll be like, "Can you just stop? Like, can you just leave me alone? Let me be happy." Like,
truly. And, as I get older, like I'm being able to pace myself and pace my thoughts and the I just call them the little men. Like we talk about like just talk about like Pinocchio almost, and you got the cricket, and I feel like there was just two crickets always arguing, and I'm like, and I remember being taken to the office in this moment, like I'm like arguing with myself, and I'm telling people to stop talking, and no one's talking. I remember going to the office, and my father like being like, you can't. Not around these white folks.
Yeah.
Like you can't act like that around these white folks.
They're gonna want to lock you up, type
Really,
shit.
truly.
You can't show everybody.
Truly. So when I was a kid, like my father being that he's kind of that person who's like really anti-doctors, anti like being diagnosed. He was like, you know what, like this is something you gotta deal with, and we can talk about that journey in itself, that how it affected me. But throughout life, I was like, okay, this is how I mask truly, and I've truly throughout the times I've talk about this identifying with self and being self. Like there's been this period of time where it's like I know I'm not my mask, but at the same time it's like finding self, and I feel as though you have perfectly like captured for a lot of folks, like just who are neurodivergent, like the aspect of like you don't have to be a mask, and I enjoy that a lot. I enjoy that wholeheartedly.
It was definitely a journey. Wait, what were you about to say? I thought you were about to say something. You weren't like,
for
you were about to say something.
You also know, I know you've, I've been paying attention to your journey, and you know some folks out in Detroit. This man, his name is Cameron Harris. Cameron Harris. I went to Pierce Sonic Academy in Detroit with Cameron Harris.
Oh, nice.
And a lot of folks, a lot of times, like, it's so far in my past. I'm like, like, I'll forget about it.
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
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 And, he reached out to me and he was like, hey, you went to Pierce Sonic Academy. It was so validating for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
wow.
remember me?
Yeah. Yeah. You remember me as a child. No, I thought that was amazing. So, first and foremost, I want to ask you just about that journey, being neurodivergent, being diagnosed, and finding music as your medium.
So I would say, I always knew something was like wrong. I didn't know what for a while. And then, I almost wanted to keep it like a secret at first. I was like, I don't want people to know. I just want people to think I'm just quirky.
Yeah.
And, I was like, when you call yourself autistic, people go like, no, you're not. Especially if you're like, what's the word? Like minimal support needs. Like I have a job. I don't drive though. I'm 26 years old and I don't fucking drive. And also, I put this weird pressure on myself. And then sometimes I realize, wow, I really do have something that disables me sometimes. So that's hard to accept. Sometimes I just want to be normal, and that's not good. Sure. I wish, when like I want to go to there, like when people are like, how are they all doing that? Kind of thing. But now I am really just trying to accept myself completely, because I think that what makes me the way that I am is good. I've also heard theories that when you're neurodivergent, you're immediately kind of broken out of the matrix in a way more than other people, because your mind does not work the same way and you see through shit more. You're like bullshit. So it's hard to play the game sometimes, I guess. For sure. And I think and I will say something that does help is that, I don't like, people have a certain idea of what being autistic looks like, I guess. People will quickly be like, no, you're not. And everybody wants to be autistic now. I'm like, y'all don't know, like, how I suck, don't, and then, I'm like, I can't even put it into words how lonely and hard my life has been at times, bro. Like, even when on paper it seems like, like, you're so pretty and you're so talented, you show this, like, why? I don't know. It doesn't save you from having a human psyche, and it does not save you from feeling like, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, from feeling like you just don't have a place in this world, for sure. But yeah, man, I totally have a place in this world, and I like finding community with people, who feel me. And even if you're not neurodivergent, if you're somebody who's like, okay, I feel it, you don't gotta have to have the same diagnosis to feel me, So if you feel me, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
I appreciate the vulnerability.
I did not even mean to. Sometimes I feel like I have all these emotions behind like a wall, a steel, and sometimes like the geyser gets so big, it like I can't hold it in. Type shit. Like I cannot.
And I completely vibe with you on just like the emotional aspect. Often enough, we are taught as men, we're taught to just like push through it, hide the emotions, and go through it. And as a child, I was very emotional. I did not know how to hide anything. I was pretty out there, and throughout time, just being I felt like it was a crutch throughout my entire life. But honestly, through solidarity, we find ourselves in solidarity. A lot of times, it's like through just how we present. I think I tell my brother this all the time, Mario. I tell Dark Side this, whatever y'all want to call him. I tell him this all the time, in the sense of like, we're the flame in the sense of like, we push people away because we know that like our authenticity, it's hard for people to because honestly a lot of folks like are a little bit disassociated to who they are, and and they when they're around us, they feel as though they have this light on them that they can't like really like shy away from at all. So it's like that alone pushes people away, and in our authenticity, we are left with ourselves to look at. As to say, when it comes to loneliness in this game, it's a thing. It's a thing. But I'll also like to say, as we keep on pushing through just our growth process, we find our people, and like I'm telling you, brother, watching you, it's like it's the most immaculate thing. First of all, let's start with your visuals.
That is a shout out to GB Films, y'all. Gabe be hooking me the fuck up. Real shit. Real shit. And his prices are reasonable, okay? Like, you're gonna have to, set aside a little something, but he'll hook you up for real. That, goddamn. When he saw that, I was like, goddamn. When he did that, I'd be like, bro, you done did it again. You ever seen that movie, Pootie Tang?
Yeah,
Pootie done did it again. He did it again. That's all. He done did it again. God damn it, again. He's like, for real. He's looking good.
I just want to talk to you about finding those people, embarking on your journey. I didn't know you were 26. Black don't crack, bro.
Real shit. People think I'm like in high school or something, bro. People think they're like, "Are you old enough to do this?" I'm like, "I am grown."
I love it, and I also like I truly believe I get that same thing. I ask kids like, "How old do you think I am?" Like I'm 19.
Right. Like, we just have like a youthful aura. Like,
honestly, I do want to ask how. First, let's go all the way back. So
yeah.
Finding your journey, your beginnings, and I want to know first of all, where are you from?
I spent most of my childhood in Westland, probably. So I moved to Westland when I was like 7, and I was there till like 16, 17. So a good 10 years I was in Westland, in like in the suburb there. I didn't move to Ipsy till like the end of 2020, 2021. And so I was an adult.
That was an experience. You were out here.
Yeah, I was out here.
For
sure. So I definitely feel like I'm entering like a space of people who go way back, and I'm just like, I just materialized out of nowhere, like, hey, like, who is that? I don't know.
For sure. I know I met you through
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the homie Mina.
Hell yeah.
I start there. When did you meet Mina?
Okay, so I met do you know Jose?
Yeah, Jose, I think I met him at that event, right? Like he was there?
I think maybe not. I don't think he was at the Thanksgiving one. I think he was, but okay. So I met this guy Jose. I think his name is like Wishagander on Instagram, and I met him at my job, right? And then he pauses and goes like, "Do you make content?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "If you were consistent, you need to be consistent." Blah blah. I was like, "Cool." So he was telling me about how he does like events where artists perform, and I was like, "Oh, ooh, this is like I can I, can I be a part of that?" And he's like, "Yeah." So then I met a lot of cool people that same night, bro. I met like a whole group of dope people. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and that was the first time that I felt like, because I've always kind of felt like a big fish around little fish. And I was like, I'm around other big fishes. This was a turning point for me, for sure. I was like, this is lit. Like, hell yeah. So that's where I met Mina and a lot of other dope people too, for sure. Yeah.
It's amazing.
Amazing. It was so fun. I was very nervous, but your comfort zone, you gotta leave it, man. You can't stay there forever.
I know, right? So being from Westland, you say you came over here 2022. Were you doing music when you came over?
Oh yeah, I've been writing songs since I was like 8 or something, bro. Like I've been writing songs for a long time. And I remember what I would do, I would put it together on my phone, and just like get like a beat from YouTube, do like the YouTube MP3 shit. Yeah, popular. The girls' room. But I would put it together on my phone. I would record it on my phone. Sometimes I like show my parents or something, but I wouldn't like show the world at all. And then what I would do for a while, I had this YouTube. They're all gone now. I don't know where they are, but I would perform to the beat out loud and just like perform a song and posted those on YouTube. But then I like deleted all of them because I was like, I don't want to be perceived. Like I wasn't ready. And so yeah. Okay. When I first made music that was made to be consumed by other people was probably during the pandemic in 2020. Because I remember, right, it was crazy. Like the universe like scooped me up and put me somewhere where I could heal and for a while because I was living somewhere where I just wasn't in alignment with the people around me or the environment. And then we got illegally evicted because we were in Detroit. So we called the police and everything. They still came. They got our shit, but in the end, it was a blessing because I was like, I was my depression reached such a state during that time to the point where I thought of like checking myself into like a mental hospital. I was like, I can't take care of myself anymore. Like it was getting really bad. So I got swept up and I moved in with my dad and I lived in like his basement, which was actually pretty cozy. I had a TV, they'd feed me and shit. And you know what I mean? Like I was like, this is nice. Like, yeah. So then I got cheap equipment. I was on unemployment. So I was getting money I was doing yoga every day and I was locked in. Like, I was locked in. 2020 was the shit.
You're finding yourself in solidarity. I love that.
And I made this project called True Neutral. It's only on YouTube and SoundCloud. I should put it on streaming, but it's just the quality isn't good. But like the heart is there, for sure. But I made that. It's like a 9-track project. And then I released it probably like July 2020. And I just been doing like singles ever since. Like my attention span right now is just not long enough for a project at this time, but it will be. Like, so. Yeah.
Shout out to that project. I know you said like it's maybe not where you envision it to be, and as artists, we are our own critics, our worst critics. You plan on eventually putting that out? Like we're team drop. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, for sure. Because enough people, when they do, like when people care enough to go and look at my SoundCloud or my YouTube because it's on like Spotify and stuff, they go like, "Bitch, like that was good." I was like, "Is it okay?" I'm so mean. I'm so hard on myself sometimes. It's not that the songs are good. It's just that the way I feel like I could have said it so much better. Like I could have said it with more animation. And then I didn't know what I was doing. I had never really mixed before. So I was figuring it out. I was on like my Chromebook using Soundtrap and shit. Like it was just very like basement cheap shit. But people like that though.
Exactly.
So like people would actually respond to that. So let me get out of my own way.
Exactly.
Cause True Neutral go. I'm not going shit on True Neutral. True Neutral is my little. It's my little boo beer. Like.
So, 2020 was a time. Rest in this 2024. We're out here. It's like it's crazy.
It's like 3 lives ago.
Yeah, it really seems as though it's there. But as I'm embarking on my journey of progression, I'm an avid fan. Like I do watch your stuff.
Thank you so much. I would say you were born to be an interviewer. Like I don't know, you were like crushing it right now. I would, especially with like the breath. I was like, no, this is like yeah. And I'm just watching you like, wow, he's so lovely. And I was just like, hell yeah.
And as I watch your stuff, I hear you speak a lot about. First of all, I've most definitely heard you say alchemy and things of that nature, and specifically, as I was saying, when you're on your healing journey, it's kind of like you go through this phase of like time is weird. times where it's like every single second you're like, I have to be better, I want to do better, I want to do better, and that's like all this simply is like it's I guess so you get to this little time where when you came in, we spoke a lot about like, oh yeah, how long have I been doing this? Like the interviews in itself, and honestly, it has been a few months, but it doesn't even feel that way.
Yeah, like you've been doing that.
Feel this way.
You've been doing this shit.
You've been doing this for quite some time, and I have to credit again the people we've been around. People we've been around, like D-side, we'll call him D-side for the people. You get in his like his pacing. It's like, wow, this is where you're at. Because I remember meeting Marielle in like high school, and since the ball dropped, it's like it's infectious, and I'll always give him his flowers. Like a lot of folks, like we talk about it a lot. A lot of folks, like when you're in this mode, it's you kind of get a little solitude. And me personally, like I've always been acclimated. Like I've always enjoyed it, even when I didn't enjoy it. I always enjoyed his energy. So as when you get into that mode, it's like you can tell, like from just being around him, like he's been there. He's always gonna be there, and like I credit that from just being around him and wholeheartedly. So as to say, meeting people like that, and like I honestly believe, and even talking to like older folks about time and time lapse, like this time thing is like it gets wild. It gets wild. Even talking about to older folks about time lapse, or like people who have children, it's like you even like every second, it's like it's very critical. It's very critical. As to say, throughout the growth, and seeing your page, have you felt similarly? Have you felt similarly in the sense of growth? And I really want to know the words you say to yourselves, the things you say to yourselves to keep you going.
I will say sometimes I have to lean into like my ego and go like, I cannot fold. Like I'm a real nigga, bro. Like you know what I mean? I have to give myself like a, this mostly happens like if I'm like at work or something. So it's very like, you know, a lot of people are. I'm like, you cannot fold right now. There's too many people around. Like when I'm alone, I give myself more like room to like be sad and stuff.
For sure.
Even then, yeah, I will say that my big thing is I let myself cry. I let myself like whatever I need to do, I'll do it. To feel better. Tight, real shit.
Truly. I think that's exactly what I mean. Like the fear. How do you get over that fear?
Oh, okay. You remember when you met me that open mic night, right? I remember I had performed that in that one place once before, and that time I was in my element that night. I was so confident. And then the night where we met, I was more nervous. I'm not sure why. I was just more nervous, I guess. And I remember like before, I want to say it was D-side, he took like that picture of me where I had the glass. I'm like,
yeah.
And I remember I told him and Mina, like, I'm gonna put on these shades so people can't see the fear in my eyes. And they were like, there's nothing to be afraid of. I was like, all right. But I just feel nervous. And then after the performance, I said to somebody that I was nervous, and I couldn't tell. I was like, thank you, God. Like somebody know how I'm feeling. I have this general, like, I got this kind of demeanor that I try to maintain or whatever.
I appreciate that. The eye contact is so consistent.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. We talk about it a lot, and it's like we say, you know who Durkio is? Durkio is a rapper. He's a rapper. He has a 1,000-yard stare, and says folks who've been through a lot has a 1,000-yard stare.
Oh wow! I didn't know. I be locking in with people for real. Like if we're talking, I'ma lock in with you.
I appreciate that effort. Like a lot of folks, they and that's also like when I'm learning. A lot of folks, and I equate it to self worth, to confidence in self, and I appreciate that in itself. but a lot of folks they struggle. They struggle connecting. And me personally, I'm the type of person who I if I'm saying something and I feel as though someone isn't hearing it, I'm like, okay, maybe this person's just not ready for this information right now. Also, when it comes to being spoken over, I'm not the person to be like, listen.
I feel it. Was it not recording? But it's still picked up.
It's still picked up. Everything's there. It's we just struggle with these batteries often.
That's okay.
We struggle with these batteries often, and the battery it's technology.
When I recorded my own stuff, that was so frustrating. Because then I'd be like, dang, or the mic, I would be speaking to the mic not in the front, and it would sound weird, and I had to just figure a lot of shit out just by myself. But
truly.
But I feel you on the speaking over thing, just because, or should I wait for or I don't know.
I would love to just continue the
Okay,
conversation.
for sure. Yeah. Freaking, when I was a kid, like my friend group would talk over me a lot, so that's annoying. So for me, like, I'm always vigilant of that. I want everybody to say what they need to say. Like, for example, like if I see that you were like about to say something, I'm like, what were you gonna say though? Because it looked like you was cooking in your mind, and I want you to share that. Like,
and every call other things was like a big call. It's like talk about.
Are you using the voice recorder too?
I'm there.
Oh, cool.
I am there wholeheartedly.
I've been using the voice recording more to write more, just because I don't know. I feel like you know how it's a common for people to come up with a melody first. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that more. I play a beat and go.
I previously used my voice recordings for journals. Actually, I love journaling. Journals dope. As I was saying, I feel as though if someone cuts me off, wants to talk over me, I do my best to be like, okay, this person feels this passionately about what they gotta say, and so I'll let it be. I'll let it be. That being said, I do appreciate your attentiveness. I do appreciate your attentiveness. And in this moment, I'm going to give you a pause. I'm going to give a pause to myself and ask you if you have any questions for me.
Okay. Any questions for me? Okay. So how do you think being neurodivergent has affected your journey here? Like are there things that you struggle with that you have to accommodate yourself?
Yeah, 100%. Let's talk about how in the Black community we praise neurodivergent, we praise being crazy. Like we think this shit is so cool. And it's not. It's hard.
It is hard. It's hard. But sometimes I have to tell myself it's cool to cope with it. And be like, I'm like super like mysterious and cool and stuff. Like even though I'm suffering. I cried today before I got here. I was like, why am I getting the Uber work? I'm so late. Like I was actually fucking crying.
And as I proceed throughout life, I think first and foremost, it's like I remember. So once we talk about ego death and things of that nature, I think we have to go through some form of like reframing of who we are, like our identity of self, in order to go into the unknown, right? To be able to fully risk losing the things that we feel as though define who we are. Also, something I say a lot is if something is a lot of times the reason why people are so secluded is if something is undeniable, if someone presents a viewpoint of vision that's undeniable, it attacks like, oh, now I have to like change my whole process of thought now. And so many people are like so afraid to change the process of thought. As to say, when it comes to like just operating in this life, I kind of when I really started like really tapping in and really trying to be more progressive about working harder in this journey, I went back home. As like a lot of people often do. I went to see my mom and my brother, and I haven't been out there in a while. I've been out here for so long, and I'm just like, hey, like this is who I am now. Like I want you to like it's a lot because when you talk to people, I knew when you were like a baby, right? You're a baby that like it's often enough they leave you in that viewpoint. So like I have to in my growth, I wanted to catch these people up to my growth. But at the same time, I wanted to risk my growth, risk the things that I've used to grow myself in front of these people because I know these people are going to tell me straight up, like, yeah, that's not it.
Tell
that's
you
not
who
it.
you are.
Yeah, exactly. That's not it. That's not the way to operate. So I went back home, and I was. First of all, we can talk about just being in Detroit. We can talk about just being in Detroit and the anxiety and like just the perception of what Detroit is and how you feel about it, and it's like, and also like being around family. It's like it's a lot. So actually, I went back home and it's a little tense. It's a little tense at home. It's a little tense at home. We've had some drama going on, and you feel it. You feel it in the air when you walk into the house, and that's the house that I kind of grew up in. It's like my stepdad has lived there since forever. He's never owned another house. So like being there, climbing that tree, like, and knowing the things that happen in this place that we talk about, like things that linger, like spirits or whatever, just like talk about fallout of an event, you know, it sits there, and I'm feeling it, and I hug my stepdad because they had some stuff, but honestly, at the end of the day, my stepdad is like at the end of the day, like he's most definitely shown up for us repeatedly throughout, like through thick and thin, like he's been there. He's the only like step parent I've ever had that's like consistently been there. So I love him to the death of me, and I'll hear him out any situation he is in. Like I owe him that, like at the very least. But I told him, I gave him a hug. First of all, we're men. We think very specifically about every time someone touches you. Like, what does that mean, sir? I feel threatened. Like it's like one of those, but. I gave him a hug. He came downstairs. Like I'm like in the space. I'm recording a song. Shout out Marquise. Type in with Marquise. Make those beats. Make those beats. I'm working. He comes downstairs just to say hi, present himself, and we end up talking. And I give him a hug, and I'm like, because we haven't even talked about anything. I just heard through the grapevine what's going on because it's my family. And I give him a hug, and I'm like, I want you to know, like, you will never receive any hate from me. And this is like something that's kind of like, okay, why are you hugging me? If I'm not gonna receive hate from you, then like, what is like, like why are you telling me that right now? But it's because I felt it, and these are the emotions I feel as though it's gonna make me feel more comfortable in the space, right? And now it's like, okay. And I feel like a lot of folks, they feel these things and they tell themselves like, oh, it's not there. And we talk about it a lot. Oh yeah, he has it. He has it. They have it.
Factor. Yeah, I feel like it. Yeah.
And it's like, what is it? Like I'm just paranoid, bro. Like at the end of the day, like I value to say the effects of trauma is awareness. Like I value it at some extent, but at the same time, like conversations that I have with myself are so like debilitating at times. Like it's like I can't turn it off, and there's a point where I'm growing up and I'm seeing this is in the blood. Like honestly, like this stuff is hereditary, wholeheartedly. So
no, for real.
If I'm feeling this, like I can only imagine like how my parents felt, and then I'm seeing it also in my younger siblings. I'm like, yeah, you most definitely know that version. And I'm like,
no,
and like you can't talk to our dad about this because he doesn't believe in that.
Like the older I get, the more I understand both my parents. Like actually, okay, I can imagine having my brain and having kids and Bill, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stress or whatever. Not to like invalidate my trauma, but it's like I really understand them more for sure. Especially my mom. I was like, you were in a lot of pain.
For sure.
So
and it's like
I can give you some grace.
Exactly. Like, to some extent, I don't know. I'm just like, because at the end of the day, like I see this TikTok all the time. It's like, you think you just popped up? You exist in the context of all that is, and like some shit like
I really picked up that freaking sound.
Wow.
Something like that. Like
that's beautiful. I probably saw
yeah. I think the caption was like when they pass the vibe check and you unlock the next level of your personality. And I was like, here's the next layer of me. Here you go.
And I say that because like I'm like, okay, now I'm looking around like at my younger siblings and I'm like, okay, this is something. And I tell my younger sibling this, we're told like often enough, like overthinking is a thing. Overthinking. Oh, you're overthinking. Oh, you're overthinking. I don't believe in overthinking. I don't. I think I'm built the way I am for a reason, and I'm either thinking or I'm not thinking. And if I feel like I've thought myself into this deep, dark hole that I can't dig myself out of, all I need to do is think a little bit.
Think brain blast.
Brain blast.
Jimmy Neutron. I'm watching that as an adult. It's so well written. It's so good. I'm like, oh my gosh, me as a kid could never appreciate the depth of this show, man.
Truly, it's an amazing show. And I think even as artists, like we look at things differently. So as to say, is going back to the point, realizing like I was neurodivergent as a kid and really being like, and like even like the teachers coming to my dad like, hey yo, like your kid a little different, like, you want to get him on some medication, like try to help him out a little bit. It's like, no.
My mom was the opposite. She was like, put that bitch on meds. I don't want to deal with her. So shit. I've been on Celexa, Abilify, Lamictal,
out here,
Vyvanse. I've been on. I'm drug free. I mean, I smoke weed because I need it.
Type shit.
Like I don't know what to tell. I can't do regular meds, but I just need a blunt. And I was sitting there, I'm like,
truly. And also like I've been on the fit like. We talk about weed and it's like it's a thing. It's like in the community, and I think like it's a medicinal thing, and we can have the conversation over and over again. But I think like the way I look at it, and I am so particular about just like my effect in this world. I just know I have younger siblings, and they are like. At least in my mind, I don't know, because they're just like my little babies. like they're just so they're so pure in themselves, and I'm like, this thing helps me, but I want to give you reasons to be able to operate without. And I don't know, and then I'm like, the advice that I'm giving, I'm like, okay, what am I like telling myself? But I just smoke my thing. And it's hard.
Like I go back and forth because people are like, yeah, here are 3 reasons why you should stop smoking weed, and I'm like, I'll hear you out, but I can't promise anything. Like I can't promise you shit. Like, I'm about to roll up as soon as I get home.
Wholeheartedly. So I'm just like, as to say, like, I think my art is a like reflection of self. I think like even just. Like it's always so as to ask you a question, like throughout my entire life, like I've just been trying to like not acknowledge it. Not acknowledge it. Just chill out and just be like, and then like when someone like tells me like when I have an argument with someone and they're like, you're this or you're this and you don't do this, and I'm like, if I promise you I was trying to do that. Cause like as like I was trying to do that. I was trying to do whatever you needed me to do to not be in the situation.
And then feeling misunderstood makes my nervous system go crazy. This is why I don't text and argue now. I have a rule. Yeah. If you have something important to say to me, call me or come talk to me in person like an adult. I'm not texting. No paragraphs. I'm too grown for that. I'm not doing that. Hey, then I go, bitch, fuck you. You go, no, wait, I didn't mean it. Hold on, wait. And then I'm stressed out, bro. And it's so easy to misunderstand people through text. It's like, like, especially because people's perceptions are so limited and you realize how many people hear shit through a wound. And all of a sudden they go, well, oh, so you mean this? I'm like, oh my gosh, I just can't win with you, can I? Yeah. You win. You know what? I'm done. You win. I feel you on the I honestly think there's such a thing as overthinking for me, at least, just because I remember before I dropped hot shower. Every time before I drop anything, I'm like up all night and I'm like double checking everything. I'm like, okay, this is real. I'm gonna put it here and make sure this clip to that clip, and then on the YouTube make sure it's right. Okay, this is right. Yes, and then it's also I've had to really learn to like love myself more. Because, I'm not a perfect person, right? So why am I striving for perfection? That's not like real. But with hot shower, I was like, oh my God, like my bra is like crooked in that scene. No one's gonna care but me. And I'm like, oh, right there, I hate that angle. Like, because this is my good side. And this is like, I'm like, nobody gives a fuck as much as I do about these little things. So it's real, but I'll genuinely like stress myself like out and then go into the circle and like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Because it's like you're really like a one-man machine. Like I don't have nobody. I mean, maybe if I really need advice, I'll ask like my brother maybe, or I'll ask Jupiter, the guy I record with. So yeah, most of the time, I'm like, I want to get better at listening to myself and my intuition. Because when I'm like, whenever I'm asking a lot of people what they think, I'm already off course type shit. Like, I'm like, you now what you want to do, how you want to do it. Like, I don't know why you need validation to do it. Like, just do it. So I'm there now. I'm just trying to, yeah. Now, is that Nike?
Just do it. Okay. So, first, like, you have siblings.
I have one older brother. He is 5 years older. So he was like a third parent, kind of. He was kind of like a third. I mean, people would ask me in school, like, are you an only child? You were an only child? I'm like, no. But you give me only child vibes. I was like, I wonder what. Is that bad? I don't know. But he was the third parent for sure. Truly. He used to kill bugs for me and stuff. I remember the first time though, he was like, no, I'm not going to kill the bug. I know, you have to do it. I was like, please, Dante, please. He's like, no, you're old enough, do it yourself. And I thought crying would help. No, he was standing on business. He did not give a fuck about my tears, man. I was okay, and then I did it, which is great because now I'm like, oh. Fuck you, bugger. So, shout out to my brother for giving me tough love whenever I need it.
I really appreciate those moments. I have an older sibling as well that I'm pretty close with. Marquise, Keys number 1 out here. Like, we are like this. Like, growing up, we were always like yin and yang. I feel as though just the way that we perceive, and often enough, like the way we're perceived is the way we perceive ourselves. And until that moment, you get into like the solidarity modes when you find like that shit matters. But when I was a kid, like we were just like that. And yes, I was like, oh, he's bullying me. But like, as I grow older, I'm like, okay, no, these were his intents, and honestly, it worked.
Yeah, it worked. At some point, he used to hook up my ramen noodles too, and he would season it in a way that I couldn't quite replicate. So I'm like, Jahde, please, because when I make it, it's not the same. He be hooking it up. Damn, like, what you put in this? Your foot, nigga. Hell yeah.
So let's talk about the recent work. Let's talk about Hot Shower. Let's talk about all the videos that you put out within the last kind of like spout. And I want to know about your favorite one and how did it come about?
Okay. I also met Gabe at my job. I've met a lot of people at work because it's like in the middle of it's just a busy place, I guess.
Yeah.
But what happened was this guy came in and he was like, "Hey, can I shoot a music video here like, on my job?" I was like, "Okay, go ahead, go, for sure." And I made sure to get the videographer's Instagram, shout out to GB Films. And then I hit him up and then we shot the Up Late video. And then I did this thing where I did this like 3 video kind of lease thing. So I did 2 in rotation, Hot Shower, and I also shot a video for this other song that I haven't dropped yet. And my favorite one, probably 2 in rotation. 2 in rotation is just, I don't know, like that shit go, bro. That shit go. Like it's one of those songs. Like if I wasn't me, I'd be like, what is that? Like what song is playing right now? What the fuck?
That ton of bitch. I'm there.
I think that television that was I forgot about Astro Pro. Astro Pro was originally it's like foreign song, but he said that I could put it on my YouTube. So okay, cool. But it was his thing. I also met him at my job too. So shout out to my job for putting me the fuck on. I work at a convenience store for sure. So it's like in Saline it's like in the middle in the highway and shit. Like, so it's a lot of people just come in, people I never really seen before come in for sure. But yeah, so that video was cool. But yeah, I've just been very lucky. I just have had chance meetings with like awesome people, and I knew it was coming because I was in hermit mode for a long time. I definitely proved to the universe I can like be holed up somewhere and just be like I can for sure. I'm ready to connect with people, and I'm healed enough to be in spaces with like I'm healed enough to do this. Like I can do this now for sure. But yeah, look at people really like Up Late too. I be sleeping on Up Late. Like it's one of my least favorite ones. It's just very relatable. I think that's why people fuck with it. But yeah, I like all my songs for different reasons. I will say a Hot Shower. I thought of the chorus like probably while taking a shower, I just shout like, I just took a hot shower.
This shit go back.
I just go my power. And I was like, that's hot, dude. That's hot for sure. So that I didn't finish it till like a year later or something, like divine timing. I don't rush shit. I'm just like, I can't think of what else to say right now, so I just won't finish it. And one day I was like, I know what to say.
I like that.
Do you have a project that you're particularly proud of? Like,
I am exponentially proud of my first work, which is my first drop, which is I Can Feel It. I Can Feel It. It's my better happy heard. It's like one of my favorites. It's like one of those things like I'm a poet. Like at the end of the day, like I do poetry. So when it comes to like something flowing, like I Can Feel It was just like something. It's like we talk about affirmations in music, and it's like
I don't know, like there was these couple of days where I'll wake up on screen and I'd be like, he done did it again. So you're on a roll, like shit. And I replied with like the toilet paper roll. I was like, ha. Like, I was like, oh shit, he done did it again. I was feeling it.
I really enjoyed that song because even before it became a song, it was something. First and foremost, it took me the longest to make it. And like we could talk about exponential growth in the way that like in the beginning it's gonna be that monotonous way, and then there's gonna be a point where it's like you're kind of gotta deal with the shit that's coming towards you instead of just like starting.
What camera did you use?
This one.
Because that shit looked, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, this one. We work. We do stuff. We work.
Okay,
Let's do that.
Tap in.
As to say, my brother sent me this beat. I told him I wanted a rock star beat, which was something that was kind of like left field, coming from like I come from trap artists or like trap people, and I said, hey brother, I want a rock star beat. So he gave me this rock star beat. I'm like pining over it. I'm like, and it's like this word, and then like I do like 2 weeks, like 2 months, like to be honest, like sometimes it'll be that long, like a month, and I'm like, okay, like this word is gonna go. So like that one, it's like I never had a problem with any word, and I feel as though like I'm gonna take that with like I'm gonna perform that everywhere. I'm gonna perform that everywhere. I'm gonna go everywhere with it, and like we can talk about like OD and work, like you do some work, and you're like, oh yeah, I heard that before, fuck you. Like this is my shit. Like, this is my soul song. It just speaks to me. It speaks to me on that level. I feel as though because it speaks to me, it speaks to the people that I'm speaking to. My brother hopped on it. He did a immaculate verse. He did it like he came over one night, and anytime we're like, I don't know, maybe it's a family thing, maybe everybody does this, we're a family, and it's like, especially me and my brother, me and my brother have a dope ass dynamic. I love that shit. Like anytime we tap in, and maybe like some people might call it toxic, but anytime we tap in, it's like, what we working on?
Yeah.
What we working on?
I don't know. I think that you guys are just probably meant to motivate each other and shit.
Really?
You know, yeah.
Really? So like, it's like, what are you working on? So I'm like, yeah, I just finished this song that you sent me. Like, I know I did it a while ago, but I just finished it. Like, come in, let's work. And he recorded he punched in his verse, and it's like, and he don't even remember it, and I can't unremember it.
Bro,
and every time
that
I talk to him, it's like,
it be the people who be like, oh, I just do music for fun. That'd be like, I'm like, you just gonna casually play that for me? Like you didn't just fucking shut it down, bro? They'd be like, oh, it's whatever. I'm like, oh wow.
Get that shit out of my head. I'm like, wow, because it's so authentically him. Mm-hmm. It's so authentically him, and it's like it's a period piece, and I feel as though like every work, and like when you're talking about like selling our consciousness as artists. Like, yeah,
I've heard that term. Dude. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, I will say, yeah, no, I definitely think that I can be successful without sacrificing my authenticity, because the world is craving authenticity. Right now, the world is craving people who are like, you are just being yourself, and we like that shit. Like, that's what the world wants right now. We're tired of we're tired of fake. We're tired of prim and polished. Like, we're tired of it, bro. We want to just see people do something that we go like, whoa, like, and follow their journey and root for them. And, you know, we just want to see people expand and evolve and bloom and shit, man.
So as I say, like, that's my favorite song. We did a music video for that. At least we haven't for sure.
I was like, is it out? And you posted it? I didn't know about it. I would have tapped in. I would have.
I appreciate that. I do have to gotta do more work. Like, that's my favorite one. I really enjoy. Outside of that one, my format for music is a little bit different. It goes like I'm trying to get like into this. I don't know, like it is what it is. I'll let it be what it is, but it's a part of me wants to go into this like this aspect of formulated like chorus verse chorus, or like verse chorus verse. But I have a song. It's called Money Hungry, and it's just like this block of like shit, and it's like, wow, like I have some experience in itself. And I'm hearing a lot of beats, like I tap in with producers, and a lot of producers are DJs, and they do this like it's like, okay, I'm not just making beats for people. I'm gonna play this like as we do songs. A lot of producers do full beats, and it's like this whole beat is one experience. This is not so someone can hop on it. This is so someone can feel how I was feeling when I made this thing. So a lot of times, and I do pride myself on just my adaptability to any situation. So when it comes to being received the beat, it's like, what am I gonna do with this? A lot of people like DJs, like if they just like create this ambiance beat that's like so out of this world, and it's like this is just the work, and it's like it's so like you can't like people would hear a beat and it's like hear instrumental, and it's like this is done. Like I don't need to put anything on this. Those are the beats I'm looking for. Those are the beats I'm looking for because I'm like, okay, this is done. This is what it is, and I'm gonna me being the social chameleon, the beat chameleon that I am, I'm going to morph my being and not compromise my being, but kind of like I'm thinking like an avatar, like Avatar with the blue people that connects the tree. Like I'm just connecting to this beat, and that's like a talent that I'm really leaning into these days, and it comes out whenever it comes out. This is just the phase of my life that I'm in. I hope it goes well. So I'm hoping like that. So like I said, Money Hungry, dope track. Hope that we did a music video for that one.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I gotta check it out.
Sure. It's on the YouTube channel. Did like a little one mic. It was nice. But this does bring me to because on just the aspect of like where I met you, the performance. I really want to know your comfortability performing. Your favorite song to perform at that. Things of that nature.
My favorite song to perform, probably so far, Two in Rotation, just because it's like a crowd pleaser and I definitely get the most feedback from that. But outside of that, I also like performing like darker songs too, because I feel people like being like shocked by it. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, this goes through your mind. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
you spit that shit. I'm like,
I am not just love and light. You know what I mean? That's definitely a part of me. Absolutely. I'm alive. I'm a person. Sure. But no, there's like just sometimes this darkness that I have to express. Right. The people are like, oh, I can't say that. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I want to fucking die right now.
Yeah,
like kill me.
That's an authentic feeling that a lot of people sleep on.
Canon camera. You ever seen a scary movie when Brenda was like, I got you on candid camera. You on candid camera now. You ain't know that. I love that. I love Brad Pitt. I love Regina Hall in general. I think I thought of a question. I just kind of forgot it. Was it about Money Hungry? Okay, what is Money Hungry about? Like it sounds self-explanatory, but
No, I get you. So Money Hungry, it's like it's one of those things like I just felt out. I think it was like first of all when you start the music business, it's like first of all throughout my entire life, like the one consistent problem that's been presented to me, like. See your parents, even like up until the day you die, it's like finances, like money. Like I'm just like I want all the money so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like I want to worry about the least amount of things as possible so I can fully experience this moment. A lot of times we're like talking and it's like, oh, this is in the back of my head. I gotta handle this.
Right, I paid the dang DTE bill.
Like, so I'm like, yeah, like I can't say out. A lot of people like they do the business, they do the work, and it's like it's like a clarity moment, but like good for you, but like people are like, yeah, I don't need money. Like money's like so arbitrary, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but like don't everybody.
Right, I feel it. I'm like I have no shame in saying I would like to make money for sure. I was like, T paints that he makes more money on Twitch than he does through songs. So I'm gonna start a Twitch and be like a gamer and shit, like that ass. And that's how I'm gonna make more money and I'm gonna fund my music career with that. That's like my plan. Cause there is no money in music unless you like really get up there type shit. But I'm not gonna let that stop me from creating it. For sure.
And honestly, like it's people talk about selling your soul. Like it's like we put our soul into this shit. So like when it comes to oh yeah, I need this. It's a quota. I need you to make these many beats in a month, and I need you to do this certain thing, and I need you like. I'm like, is this even me anymore? Am I just doing exactly what you want me to do? Like, I want, especially this is also why I did the interviews. Like, I want music to be so authentic for me, and I don't want any second guesses on like who did that come from or like what was he like. I want it to be me. So this is something consistent I can put out, give the people, and they can digest it and they can enjoy it. They can enjoy you, they can enjoy us. This is an experience. And
I should look at the camera more. I'm just locking it with you. I'm just like,
I completely understand.
I'm just lost in the sauce.
I completely understand. As to say, like I just want my music to be like authentic to me. As to say, like when it comes to making money, like I'll say I'm money hungry. Like I say I'm money hungry. It's like I need like food to nourish myself. Like life, society has told me that I'm gonna need money to nourish myself throughout my life. So I'll say I can admit that I'm money hungry. But let's really talk about it. Like why? I want my family to eat.
Right. Like I want enough money where I can make the people around me their lives easier too. Like if you're around me, I'm like, you hungry? Love you.
Yeah,
forehead kiss. Love you. Oh, you need your rent paid? Love you.
That would be so fucking dope, dude. Like, I really gonna be that
I've
guy.
daydreamed about buying a house for where it's okay, so you don't have to pay rent, but you will have to pay like the bills and stuff. Here you go. That's like a lot less money than you would normally have to pay. So you're good for rent, but don't like quit your job or anything, you know?
Like I honestly I fucked this out so much. Like I don't even because I'm chilling. I got a good little setup. Like I'm chilling. Like so I want my money to go to like obviously I want my parents for real. Like for real.
No,
honestly,
they're getting old.
Really, like
real
I
shit.
Want you keep that. Like you keep that. You know you taught me.
My dad be saying that all the time. I'm getting old. I'm like, your body's listening. Can you stop saying that? Like, don't say that so much. Exactly. Like for sure, man.
Exactly. Like you gotta really like work towards it, like work against it. But as to say, like, I just like I don't like money hungry is about just like the simple fact that I am money hungry, and like I am money hungry because of the society that wants me to be money hungry. And to be honest, like I just want to get out of this monotonous cycle of work, come home, eat.
I have to travel more.
I don't know. I
want to do stuff.
That's about, honestly.
I definitely, because in terms of like, okay. I would say like it's definitely not a question of like would I still make music if nobody paid attention, because I was doing that for a super duper long time before showing people. But also I do want tangible results, like in the 3D. You know, like 10 years from now, I want more followers than I have now. I want more traction than I have now. Like I do have like a 3D goal, but it's not so much. I don't eat, breathe, sleep, social media, you know what I mean? It's a balance. It's like you kind of just enter more like it's more about your energy, really, like feeling abundant in yourself. Like, because like the less I worry about money, the more money I seem to have, I guess. Or at least I feel like I have money. I'm like, well, I can order some. Yeah. You know, I'm not worried about it. It's gonna come back to me. Like, I'm chilling. Exactly. So my relationship with money is good now. I be chilling for real. And also, what's one thing I said? Money, something else. Oh, also, just your energy, just being magnetic and authentic. Like your people will find you in due time. So I definitely believe in divine timing. I don't think that anything is gonna happen a minute before it's supposed to happen. You know. Like, because I will say, when I first got out of high school and stuff, I told my mom, like, I don't want to go to college. I want to take a year off and do music. And she's like, no, you can't do that. That's stupid. You gotta go to college. Yeah. So I was like, oh, I guess I'll go to college because my mom making me go. I went to college for a semester, got really depressed, like, left. I didn't want to be there, and I told her I don't want to go. So you can't make me do shit I don't want to do at the end of the day. Like, and then what happened with that? Okay, what happened? College, gym, what? College. Yeah, okay. So it's like if I got everything I wanted at 18 years old, I would have fucked it up. Like I would have fucked it up. Like if you gave me a record deal at 18, I was so naive and gullible. Like, oh, whatever you say, boss. I don't know. I'm not gonna look at the contract. I'm just gonna sign it. Like I would be so bad with my money too. I've been spending it, probably doing drugs and shit. And I was around. I didn't have as good of discernment, so I definitely would have still had people in my life who were using me and shit. Like it's just there's absolutely a reason why younger me would not be able to even do what I'm doing now, let alone stadiums and tours and all these big grandiose dreams I had as a teen or whatever. A youngin, like a munchkin.
I know it's like, what was that? Like it's back there, but can I ask, like, why did you go? Why did you go to college? Like, what did you go for?
I was going to for psychology. I think psychology. I wanted to be an industrial psychologist. I think it's when you enter a workplace and you like improve upon the productivity of it. Something I have a mind for that. I'm really good at being like. I feel like we would see an increase of profit. Like, I'm good at like seeing the flaws in something and making it better.
Yes.
So that was what I was gonna do. But it's not. I'm sure if I went back to school now, I'd have a better time at it. But just nervous system wise, like I just didn't have it in me type shit.
Yeah.
I just didn't have any, not even to make friends, not to do anything. I stopped going to class. I would just watch Gossip Girl in my room. And who am I? That's a secret I'll never tell. XOXO. Like I was watching Gossip Girl and I spent all my money on food and shit. This is not it, bro. Like I was just out of alignment as fuck. And I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. I was forced to come here. So here I am, I guess. Like
I think that's a talent in itself, like being able to see something and be like, okay, this is what it is. This is how I can improve upon it. And then we can I think of social media and living and breathing social media. I think of that so much. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like so ingrained. First of all, like everybody take a break from social media. It's not that important. Like take some time, do you. Like, go skip. Like, niggas don't even know how to skip these days. Like,
bro, heavy on the skipping because there was plenty of times. There's so many times where I'm walking with somebody. I'm like, do you want to skip? And they look at me like, no. I'm like, I'll skip without you then. Gosh, you don't have no childlike wonder. You don't have any, like, you don't want to play, nigga. Tag. Like, the fuck? Hide and seek. This would be a good place to play hide and seek because there's so many floors.
For sure.
Like,
exactly, like shit like that. Like, you don't even think like that no more.
And when it's hot, you get water guns.
For real.
I'm a big kid. I like using chalk and shit. I like to draw like hopscotch and shit. Like it's just I don't, you know. I need to connect with that part of your stuff. It will not die. My inner child is here and alive
like
and well.
Oh yeah. Like, to be honest, it's like it's like these we say like societal norms. Like first of all, I grew up first of all like with my father. Like I was raised by a single dad. Like not even like something that's really common. Like I was raised by a single dad. Like I think I off just like the way I moved, I just immediately became a more empathetic, emotional creature. Like just like how the fact like me watching my father, like, you know, he moves like a stereotypical, like at least how he thought society needed a man to be, and he did that, and he performed, and he did it well. Shout out Dad. But it most definitely affected me in this way. Like, okay, he's doing him. Like, I most definitely want to be that man. But at the same time, it's like it allowed me to be more feminine in nature. It allowed me to be more like empathetic in the sense of like, okay, I know he's not gonna say how he feels, but I feel some kind of way. I feel some kind of way, and it's like, and that's what got me into meditation. It got me into like journaling, things of that nature, because I feel like we like as people, we're just we're made up of experiences, and a lot of my experiences were just being around my father and feeling the things that he just didn't know how to say. So like immediately I was, like I said, I became more of like a more empathetic, emotional creature. So a lot of times people are like, oh yeah, you don't move like a man would move. You don't act like a man would act like you do little. And then to be honest, I can't lie to you. Yeah,
I feel
to be honest, it convinced me. I'm like, really? Like, okay, like, hold on, do I like this? And I'm the type of thing, like, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I hate
vibes.
Like, for real, I'm on
Vibes.
vibes. I'm on vibes. I'm like, nah, I don't really like that. But like, but I have to admit to myself, like, yeah, I am a little bit more feminine. Like, I am a little bit more like emotional as a person. And then, like I said, like I cried a lot.
I was like, I like that about you. That's why I'm so mesmerized. I like the way you talk and the way you move. I don't know.
Yeah, for real.
I'm feeling it because basically I can just tell that you're being you, and authenticity is the most attractive thing ever. Like honestly, like people.
Honestly, I can't. It's hard to even like get out of it. Like honestly, like it's like so as to say like being introspective. It's like even in this moment, like yeah, like the flame of just oh my goodness, a big self-aware. But as to say like going through this, it's like it's hard to explain to people. Like we put ourselves in these boxes, and I look at going back to what we were talking about. I look at other people, and it's like, okay, like even other men. It's like growing up. It's like, okay, is that how you don't even look like you're enjoying that shit? Like if I was y'all, wouldn't you enjoy that shit?
No, like man, I would say when I think of the pressure that men are put under, like to the point where like some of them like don't even want to like moan during sex and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like you have to suppress so much of these I'm like, you better. If anything, it makes it more interesting for me. If you please don't hold it back.
Honestly, I've tapped in with like being just going back to family and just like this kind of like you can talk about ego death and just risking it. I might go back to family, and I also talked about this in another interview when I was like, honestly, when people cry, when people yell, when people emote, it's like their feelings that they haven't found words yet to do. So I tap back in with family, and it's like the presence of like my cousins or the presence of my brother, the presence of my mother. It's like I know so much about you, but also like you've experienced things throughout the guiles of me, and I feel that. Like I feel that like wholeheartedly. I feel it, and it's like I don't even know how to like put it into words. And then like we talk about what is it like? It's the ability to feel, and this is truly what I think it is. Like I think I'll be probably thinking about what it is through like my entire life, but it's honestly what I think it is. It's like adapting, truly finding yourself in the presence of others and knowing this is where I am and this is where you begin and this is the conversation of us. Like I truly think that's like, and everybody goes through that like that dichotomy of self. Like everyone does it.
I feel you on the gender thing, just because there are times where I think like, should I, somebody once described my style as andro femme, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. Like that's kind of accurate for sure. But sometimes I'm like, should I try to be like more feminine? I guess when I try to, I just feel weird. Like if I like dress hyper feminine, like I just don't feel like no. I'm like I can't do it for sure. But I also want to kind of because in high school I dressed a lot more girly. Especially because I didn't find out my own style until I was like older. Because when you're a kid, and if your mom like puts you in a dress and goes, "Oh, you're so pretty," and you get her validation, you're gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm so pretty." You're not even gonna think about it.
Like a dog.
Yeah. You're like, I'm performing for you. I'm a pretty girl for my mom. Like for sure. And right, yeah. And sometimes I remember in school, I would like put on a dress, and then before leaving, I'd go, okay, but I look conventionally attractive, sure. And I'll go to school and just feel so uncomfortable and cold, and like, ugh, I'm
Yeah.
wearing this dress and I just don't even feel correct anymore. Like, I'm like, so I like pants.
For sure.
One thing I want to get back into this summer is wearing long maxi dresses. I like the dresses
Yeah.
that like cover me up. It's more like a sensory thing. Like, I don't
Yeah.
like the air hitting my leg. I don't know. I definitely dress for comfort
I feel
though.
exactly for
Like I
comfort.
guess so. I tried to have my nails long once, and it was like I don't know. I was like, God, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like and they look nice, but I can't do it. Like
Exactly.
um,
I get that wholeheartedly. I think
mm,
I'm most definitely getting to more into like my style. I think when it comes to like talk about masculine clothing, a lot of dudes they don't even intentionally think about it. Like and me, like I see it. I see it. I'm like, oh yeah, why you wear that? Like, why you wear that? Like, I see people like I see the suburban folks like us. To be honest, like I grew up out here. Like I went to school out here at the very least. Like even if my soul and my was longing for home, and it's kind of like undefinable way. Like I couldn't even acknowledge when I was a
Wait,
kid.
no, I feel you. I feel you so hard because when I was a kid, I'd be at home. I remember thinking like I want to go home. I am home. You know what I mean? I'm at my
Yeah,
physical home, but I want to go home. I just know that I'm not home for some reason, and I'm just aware. Also, my root chakra was fucked up for a really long time, just because you know how I lived in Westland for like 10 years, right? But like when I moved from there, it was very abrupt. And I like came home from school and I remember like, my parents were like, yeah, the bank is taking our house and we're moving tomorrow. Like type shit. So I got like less than 24 hours. Notice like pack your shit, we're leaving this child, you're home from
yeah.
10 years tomorrow type shit. And I didn't realize that it was traumatic until I was telling a friend about it. And she was like, that's traumatic. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
That was fucking traumatic, actually, because my root chakra was fucked up for like 5, 6, 7 years after that. I was just like, I also told you that I got illegally evicted another time. Another. So I remember when I had my first place that was just mine. I remember like I would be sleeping and shit, and I would worry like, oh, they're gonna come and they're gonna take me out. Like they're gonna, like I couldn't feel safe. Like I remember this time I lived alone. It was the first place I got with just my name on it and shit, all that. But yeah, no, it took me like months to start to feel safe there. On
For
it,
sure.
whenever I move, it takes me a long time to settle because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, where am I? It hurts,
Yeah,
and I'm
I
like,
hate
it's
that.
chill now.
I hate that because it's like, especially when you talk about like people dealing with housing instability, and I've been like the longest time I've ever lived in a home is, and that's why I respect to home area. Born, that shit dope as fuck.
Mm.
But personally, like the longest I've been in a home is like maybe like 5 years, and it's like every time I move, it's like, oh yeah, you probably not gonna be able to like really live there in like 2 years,
Mm.
like maybe a year lease, like 2 years, like the idea of being like a nomad in spirit, in the sense of like really not feeling like we have a space. At least personally, like I go through that a lot, just not feeling like I have a space. As soon as I get like a little accustomed to a space, I'm like, up and out.
For
But
sure.
like we were punches, and then also like you talk about like what primes people who live in poverty for fame and for that lifestyle of like constant moving. It's like it's almost built into us.
Right. No, in a weird way, like my body is my home. And that's kind of how you heal your root chakra. Like I'm home wherever I am, kind of thing. It's just trying to feel comfortable wherever I am, for sure. However, the place I live now, I just got it like for a second lease. So that's cool. I haven't got a second lease. Woo! Ever, really. I usually just stay there for a year and then I have to go. Usually under stressful circumstances, whether it be eviction or like a breakup, anything. It's always stressful when I move.
Yeah.
Like, but this is the first time I was like, I could kick you here another year, shit. Like, let's do it. Like, so, yeah.
100%.
Yeah. I miss my dog.
Shout out dog.
Yeah.
Dog, you know.
She's a pit mix. I want everyone ever to meet her. Hopefully, if there's like a function at home, I'd be like, can I bring A dog, maybe? Like, she's really nice. Like, she'd be the life of the party.
For real.
I'll let her off the leash and just.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Definitely.
Lady dogs are like the more like little bastard that run to you. They like love you.
Literally, after this, I'm gonna show you pictures. She's so fucking cute. I can't even do it. Oh.
Every day I had one, I had to put him down. But like, he was cool. He was lovely. He wasn't cool. But like, he loved me.
But yeah, he was cool for you. Like, he's like. Also, this is my friend, my dog now. She's the first dog I ever had, so I've never had an experience like a pet death.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't crash out too hard. My main thing would be like, Princess would not want me to kill myself. Remember that. She's looking down like, don't you do it, bitch. Don't you fucking do it. But I won't do it. So, for you. I'll live another day for you. But I will say there was a time, you know how I said like there was a time where I genuinely considered like checking myself into like a mental place and shit. There was she was the only thing that was keeping me from not killing myself. Like I got her in 2017, so we've been locked in for a minute. There was a time where and I would look around and be like, because I will say suicide ideation is a thin line between contemplation, right? So at first I'd be like, wouldn't it be just cool if I got hit by a bus and just died? Haha. And now suddenly I'm like looking around my room and I'm like, I could hang myself from there. Like it's getting darker. And I look at my dog like, fuck, because she'd be like, even if I kick her out of the room, she'll know something's wrong. She'll scratch. I can only imagine her scratching when I'm just there dead. So I can't do that to my dog. And now I have more reasons to live. I have more internal drive to live. But there was a time where she was the only thing getting me through the day. I was like, Princess needs me. Like, I can't kill myself. She'll be like sick as fuck, bro. You're just a baby. Like, shout out to dogs. Ace. Yeah.
I almost appreciate pictures.
Okay.
So I'll revert back to the music.
Oh yeah.
So let's go to process of creation. What's your ideal process of creation?
I usually think of the lyrics first most of the time. Sometimes I'll find a beat and I'll write to the beat. Most of the time I'll have like some lyrics like written down already, and then I'll be like, let me find a beat that kind of goes with what I'm looking for. And then what I record at Sanctuary Studios. Shout out to Jupiter. It's XO Jupiter. The E is a 3. And yeah, so I record with him, and he make my shit sound so good and shit. And hell yeah, man, I be in the studio like, man, he done did like he did it again. Like I know so many talented, dope people who just keep doing it again and again. I'm like, good God, like. Well, something I'm doing now, I freestyle sing more like in my house just to get better at it. Like it's when I'm like doing my skincare routine, so I'd be like la la da da da. I'm just like fucking around type shit, so try to improve my vocal range, or I don't know, just practice singing. Or something that I like to do, you know how they have karaoke. Okay, they have karaoke on YouTube, right? And they have like the lyrics and everything, and I'll sing along to that. And yeah, so now I don't live in like an apartment now. I live in a house. So I don't worry about like the neighbors like being like, bitch, shut up. So now I'm like, I can feel you all around me. I'll just be like fucking go crazy, bro. Like,
I love that. That's the most definitely a vibe. So like. That's dope. You told me everything.
I could have a karaoke party one day. Because the house I live at now, it's a really good like kind of party house. Like, cause me and my boyfriend who lived there, we were like, we gotta throw like a kickback here or something, especially in the summertime. And I was like, yeah. But I get nervous because what if I invite like all the fellow creatives to my home, and what if nobody comes? Like, I'll literally cry. I'll be like. Oh no. But what I would do, I'll move my my TV in the living room, and we don't have to hear. We can watch like other music videos, play your own songs, whatever. But something like that. I want to do like a gathering of some sort at my home, and yeah, and order pizza. I feel like I could be a great hostess. Like, I'll have water and juice. Perhaps some kombucha. What would you like? Another blunt, sir. And my dog will be there. Oh my god, she's the best. Yeah, she's great. Like, it's just me. Like,
I'm thinking about throwing a little soiree myself. At my home, I really want it to be like a community-based thing. I'm looking forward to it. Most definitely invited. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to get a set list. Invite your people. Maybe I'll have you perform.
Okay, for sure. It's awesome. Yeah, awesome.
So, when it comes to plans for the future, I want to know. Let's talk about. First of all, I also want to know like artists that you feel as though inspired you. Let's start there, and also I want to know just plans for the future in general when it comes to art.
People that inspire me. I was okay. Like, I listen to lots of different kinds of music. I guess I'm just name off people I really like. Okay, I love me some Lana Del Rey. I had a big phase with her in high school, like all 4 years type shit. But I also like. Okay, I like Jungle Pussy. She's great.
Jungle Pussy is her
Yeah,
name?
Jungle Pussy for sure. I love me some Baby Mother. Like,
Okay.
I don't know what she do. She do something to me. I'd be like, you can't. Oh shit. She unlock a different part of my personality. Or I don't know.
They say she put her whole pussy listen to that song.
Every song, her whole pussy lit. Dog. So I like Willow Smith. I love everybody loves SZA because how can you not like type shit like SZA somebody who if I met I would like geek out type shit. I'd be like, oh, SZA, hi, you smell so good. I don't know, but I bet she smells really good type shit. Like I'm literally talking to an angel right now. Also like Kelly Uchis. So there's more people I just can't think of. I recently have been getting into Future more. I don't know. I like Future.
Yeah.
I didn't know I liked him till like a year ago. I was like, hold on. I like too many songs by him. This is not a coincidence. I think I'm a Future fan. Like, let me think. Who else I like? I think I wrote it down somewhere to prepare for this. Okay. Oh, it's the first one. Yeah, there you go. Notes. Okay. Lana Del Rey, Jungle Pussy, The Internet, Frank Ocean, Charlie XCX, FKA Twigs, Solange, The Weeknd, Phanogram, I also like there's this girl Natalia Kills, but she rebranded into this group called Cruel Youth, and I like the Pretty Reckless. They're like a rock band with Taylor Momsen in it, and I like Ash Nico, and I just have a wide palette for stuff. Yeah,
everyone was like boom, boom.
Man, I like so many different stuff for sure. So I definitely have an ear for like what we call like white girl music, like for sure, or like hood shit, or whatever. I can do it all. I can listen to all. That one song Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter is so good. I don't really. I'm not even. Wow, and it made me listen to more of her other stuff. I'm like, okay, Sabrina Carpenter. I didn't really know a lot about her until then, but I'd be like, I'm working late because I'm a singer. Oh, you look so cute. Right now, I'm a singer. Like, she makes me feel so cute and pretty, and I like, oh shit. Excuse me, I farted. No, I'm just kidding. It was the chair. But that song makes me want to go on the beach and just be really cute. Like too bad X don't do it for you. Like I
Yeah.
just I don't know what she's I don't know. But my goal for the future is to how when you hear a song and it just makes you feel good and you want to hear it again and again. I want to make more songs like that for sure. Where people just they hear it and feel more confident or something. Like, I don't think I have anything like that now, but I don't know, but I want somebody here and they go like, "Oh, whoa, like here we go." Like, definitely want to make people feel good, but I could never, I wouldn't be being authentic if I shied away from like darker subject matters. That will always kind of be something I have to talk about at times, I guess, for sure. But yeah, it's all good. I got for the full spectrum of human emotion. I want to touch every single one, so everybody can go, "Oh, okay." Like I feel, validated and comforted because you be crashing out too.
That's right. And even if like just the reference to like this music, even if it's more like melancholy, um, your pacing of your music is like immaculate. You have great pacing. Every moment feels like a moment. And as to say, if like someone is feeling more melancholy, like you can start there and in a genuine way that feels real, end somewhere else, and it's like I understand how you got there,
Right?
Because I was feeling that way, and now I'm feeling this way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's a full conversation. It's a full conversation. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Places you would like to perform.
I don't have a specific place in mind necessarily, but I do have to build up to like larger venues, I guess. So right now I do kind of smaller stuff now just to build up my nervous system, and then maybe I can handle like a bigger crowd, for sure. But my thing is my hand will shake and shit, and I'm like, God damn it, hand, stop revealing to the people that I'm nervous. Like one thing I thought of for hot shower, right? I thought that it was because obviously for the video I had to like present myself in like a pretty, way, at least like sexier than I usually present myself as, I guess, which was fine because I'm sexy, sure, like whatever. But yeah, but I think that in the bridge, I say like are you in love or do you just think I'm pretty? Are you in love? Can you handle it when I feel shitty? So I thought it would be ironic to be super pretty in the video. So, oh, she's pretty. But it's like if you don't actually listen to the shit, like, it's like there's a lot going on, like real shit. I'm not for the weak.
So a lot of times when it comes to presenting confidence in women and men alike, but I feel like I don't know. We dealing with some shit. We gotta figure it out. But we gotta figure it out. But when it comes to like presenting confidence, Scarlett.
Scarlett. Who's that?
She's like so.
Get the fuck out, New York. You ain't welcome no more. Get the fuck out, New York. Oh, I love that bitch. Oh my god, I love her so much.
She come out from New York. She got this more grunge look to her. She got some more grunge approach, but as she comes out, as she like progresses, she's like, "Have you seen my boyfriend? It's more like lighthearted.
Yeah.
It's like she's gaining sex appeal throughout her career, and she's learning how to use it. And often enough, it's like a lot of times when it comes to self confidence and like presenting yourself in the most natural form of who you are and completion, like a lot of times for women, it becomes like a lot of times like sex sells. And like I don't think women at all should be afraid of their bodies and how they present themselves.
For sure. I was definitely I was nervous about it before. Now that it's out, I'm like, I look great. I'm a young girl. Like I look amazing. Fun fact, before I shot that video, I had to poop, and I remember like Gabe was like, "I'm on the way," and I was like, "God damn it, I'm gonna lock in, bro." And I shot it in my real shower, and I was at my house type shit. So the funny thing is, I really miss taking baths because I had the kind of shower where you can't take baths. When I first moved in there, I thought hot shower video. There's a reason why this shower is the way that it is, so I can shoot the hot shower video here. But I'm gonna get that one of those inflatable tubs so I can take baths again.
I was asking. I was wondering, like, coming about this more progression of this form is gaining confidence and being your authentic self in to the public eye, even if it's something that maybe you don't present as often. How do you what's that conversation that you have with yourself to get you in that mode to be like, fuck it?
I will say I'm not okay. I didn't have a conversation with myself at all. I just did it. I'm like, this is I don't know what else I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do, and it's like what I'm gonna do, bitch out. Like you know what I mean? Like there's no other way to go. I have to go this way. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way, for sure. And yeah, well, also that was definitely one of my best like performances, like in a video. Like I was super confident that day, and for sure. But I definitely like post production. I had to like blur some stuff out. I was so confident that day, and later I was like, I need to blur that out. That was a little too much. Like, yeah, because the one part I had to kind of crop because you could like see like my tummy too much, and I was like, no. When I get my summer body though, I'm more crop tops. This is what I've been doing. 4-pack, not yet. On the way. You ready for the 4-pack?
So like that's dope. That's dope for sure. And I encourage everybody truly. Like I encourage everybody to press forward and have that naturally be. I think a lot of times, even referring to Scarlett, like a lot of times, like I think her core audience or what seems to be her core audience, I feel like core audience changes throughout your career. A lot of folks, and I'm in the comments. A lot of folks is like what is like I don't like this side of her. I don't like this side of her. And then you get into like the aspect of how society views women and getting to like how we like box women into these like certain categories like Jezebel or like asexual nanny or like it's a wild thing. Like we have ranges as people, and I truly encourage like men and women alike, or non-binary or whatever you identify as, to explore your full self.
Get the fuck out of New York. Feel like me a nice, sweet, charming woman.
For real.
I would say I can definitely
that shit today. It's like it's so different, but the words still hit. Like the words still hit. She be in that.
I love angry women because I feel like women aren't allowed to be as. I don't know, so like Rico Nasty, how she be yelling and shit. I'm here for it. Like I'd be like, I love when bitches be yelling. I'm like, she's spitting, bro. Like,
she's spitting. Exactly. Like,
love me an angry bitch.
People like, let's really fucking talk about it. People like judge. People like Sexy Red. She has she's more like authentic, but also she has this sex appeal, but people saying she looked like fucking Young Thug. And it's
I saw that. I was like, chill on her, bro. Chill on Sexy Red.
Like, what do you want from this
And I'm like, at the end of the day, like, here's the thing, Sexy Red is being herself. It would come across as very inauthentic if she decided to let me talk about politics now and let me like do like dense lyrics. You know what I mean? Like if she wants to talk about her booty hole and her asshole or whatever, like that's her business. At the end of the day, like you can like it or not, type shit. Like, but she gonna find her audience, even if you're not a part of that, whatever it is.
Exactly. I think like even
bend that ass over.
Let that booty breathe, bro.
Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees. Like, I'm not mad at it because I feel like with music, not everything has to be super deep. Like there's a room for fun turn up music. You know what I mean? There's room for it. So shit. I appreciate songs that make me not think so hard and just make me want to shake my ass or something. Like that's valid.
Like, that's valid for sure. But as I was saying like she is like what a lot. So first of all, we know. I feel like we know as an audience, we know when someone comes to the game as an artist, as a popular artist, and we know when they have longevity. I'll say that we know when they have longevity. We can kind of predict the way that their career is going to go throughout the first like couple singles, you know.
Mhm.
So when it comes to Sexy Red, and she's just popping up, and she's like, yeah, I do music, but really, I'm professionally me.
Mhm.
And those are the people who stay.
That's real shit. I like that. I'm professionally me for sure. Because I will say it's not just the music too. You gotta have somewhat of a personality. You know, you gotta have some way to connect with your audience and shit. For sure. I remember I saw this thing that was like now being a rapper is all about content creation. And I'm like, I think that I don't know if they meant it in a negative way or a positive way, but I think it's just really just about like, like you can't be like you know how like when the weekend blew up, he was like super mysterious and shit. Like nobody knew shit about him, type shit. Like, but now you really can't do. I mean, yeah. It's gonna be harder to do it if you want to hide you.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show the people you and show them more of you for sure. So I will say, there's always room for improvement for me. Like I have not peaked by any means as an artist, as a person for sure. But I definitely think that like the music is something that I don't think about as hard. So I'm thinking about it as hard now is like, okay, so now there's less thinking and just more doing. Like I have to just be comfortable being myself in every space, even if some people may be repelled or even, you know what I mean? You gotta do you regardless. Like, shit. I don't know if you believe in like astrology or whatever.
I'm there.
Okay.
My mom does. It's like ingrained to me. If it makes sense, it makes sense.
Okay, cool. It's awesome. But I'm like a Leo rising. So, okay, with that, my whole chart is ruled by the sun and everything. So, but I will say it's been said that sometimes like Leo risings like can like they shine too bright sometimes and it's uncomfortable for people. And I'm like, so as a kid, I felt that I would like, I'm sorry. Ugh. So now I don't give a fuck. Like I'm like, I want people to shine next to. I don't want for sure. Like, I want people who I could put my shine together with their shine and we make a bigger shine. Real shit. I want everybody to feel secure and confident and heard and understood and seen and shit and valued and clapped for. Yeah. 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 So so the more confident I feel, the more I want to speak life into other people and I want to help them feel as good as I feel, a good chunk of the time. 'Cause I don't feel good all the time. So bend that ass over. That coochie breathe.
She did have she's on her journey and I appreciate it, but she did have like a little, she had like, she was wearing like what, she's like the US of A. Like she got some politics in her.
Oh.
Her break of the show. She was like the USA.
I heard that. I saw a video of her opening for like some country artist or something. I don't know his name. I was like, damn, she everywhere. Good for her, man. Like I don't know the guy's name at all. Sexy Red.
So okay, so just projections for the future, and then we'll do a little wrap up. So projections for the future, music wise, performing wise, what can the people expect from Jahde?
Like Sade with a J. Not at all comparing myself to Sade, just the name pronunciation. Yeah. So I will say you can definitely expect the unexpected because I'm sitting on a couple songs that are very different from anything that I have released now. Like I definitely want to show people my versatility and stuff. And I really need to just perform more often and then like do bigger venues and stuff. And I want to meet more people and connect with more. But yeah, for sure. I will say the networking thing, like the friendship kind of comes along with it for sure. But I definitely am ready to enter community and just feel a stronger sense of community for sure. Because I'd be isolating and I'm out here. I'm alive, and I want to.
Let me know. You can connect with other people whenever you want, and you can go back to hermit life. I'll tap in with you. Like just some like checking in. But shit, y'all gonna see me fucking decay out here. Like y'all gonna see me out here at my best and at my worst. So be prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess, yeah, because why do I feel the need to hide myself away, right? Is that it kinda helps me recharge, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it just recharges your battery. Or for example, like, after I drop something like hot shower and I, like, promote it for a few days or something, like, I, like, need to get off of social media for, like, a week or so and then come back and go, "What's everybody up to?"
I get that.
Like, "Oh, nice. How are you?" Like, it's when I catch up with people and shit. Oh.
Politics. So we get into politics. We're gonna be interviewing politicians. I can't lie to you, like I care. I care because I got a heart and I know my people are living in these communities, but I don't know. And I want you guys to learn as I learn. So we're getting into politics. We're gonna be interviewing a lot of politicians locally. To be honest, like who gives a fuck about the president? Like let's be real. Like, but like this is our community, Ipsy in our community, even Detroit. If you watch this from Detroit, if you watch this from anywhere in between, if you watch this from fucking like I don't care. Like I'm in the mindset everybody gonna be fucking seeing this shit. Like I don't care where you seeing this from.
Worldwide.
Type
Why?
shit. Worldwide. I encourage you to tap in with your local politics because they are making decisions. Even if it's not even if you don't think it's affecting you directly, they are making decisions that affect you directly. People who live on welfare, people who are housing unstable, like the funding for like shelters, things of that nature. Like these things are happening, and usually your local city council meeting, you can go sit down. I know it may seem foreign, but I encourage you to do so. Right.
Maybe you could even go with friends too, so you don't feel like a fish out of water. Go with a friend or two. Yeah.
And you're gonna come educated because you're gonna be watching these interviews and be like, yeah, I know that person. Like, I know they got a good heart. I know they got best intentions type shit. Stay tuned. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jahde, Quartz.
I'm gonna eat some pad thai when I get home. Period. That was fun. That was awesome.